As a continuation high school, we don't always get in on school community partnerships. So when the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation afforded a grant to Sharefest, and then Sharefest thought of Avalon High School as one of the participating schools, I was thrilled.
STEAM is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Sharefest brought STEAM to Avalon so the students can create a model port. Through this model port, the students learned about the operations and functions of the port. So they built a bridge, a crane, they created their ships, their containers, and through this, it was taking what happens at the port and then bringing it to their real life. The students here don't really have the resources or opportunity to have a STEAM class like they would at their home high school. So it was nice that we were able to bring the opportunities and resources to them and expose them to new learning and new curriculum. So the first day of class, when we split them up into their groups, at first it was a bit rough. A lot of them didn't like their teammates, they didn't want to work with them, but that was their team, so they had to work together.
Kids got a chance to work with each other week to week. At first there were, of course, little conflicts that took place within each group. But after a while, it was interesting to see how well they began to work together with one another.
Many of them that I didn't expect to took upon a leadership role. They were in charge, they made sure their group got all their activities done for the day.
In order to better prepare them for career, it's wonderful that they had this experience to have to work as a team member.
A lot of them had never been to the port, and you would think that they're within a mile or so from it. Why would they have never been to the port? A lot of them don't have the opportunities to go to the port. So we took a field trip, and a lot of the students hadn't been on a boat before, and we took a ride around the port, so that was really a good experience for them. And with that, they were able to see what the port was like and then bring that back to their own model port.
It was my first time going to the port, really, and seeing all those, seeing everything that close up, Like from far away, yeah, they seem like, oh, it's just a ship, but you get next to it in that little boat that you're in, and it's massive. There's the containers and the cranes are huge, and then just going under the Thomas, the bridge, it's like, wow,
Coming back from that field trip, those kids were super charged and excited because they had a greater understanding of what's happening right around them. They had a greater understanding of the things, how commerce is moved throughout the country, throughout the world, and they were just enlightened. And I could see that made a connection with them.
Of course, building has everything to do with math and science. So it was very fun to watch the kids apply math concepts as they tried to design those bridges and build those cranes and do things, for instance, to scale. So there was a lot about physics in there and a lot about math, and for the kids to have the practical application to see the concepts in math and science as they are applied was, of course, a wonderful real-world experience.
It was really cool to see how everybody in my group, how we all had different ideas, but together we came together and we designed, our own little port. And my favorite part was the art, because without the art it would all be like plain and boring.
The highlight for me was watching the students present. It was amazing to see that they've actually learned something, that they gained as much out of this class as we expected, in many cases more than we expected them to gain. And I was just really moved at how well they were able to articulate what they learned during the semester.
And during their presentation, a lot of students took the initiative that I didn't see them take the initiative or become a leader during their group project, but once they were in front of people and they could actually speak about what they did in the 15 weeks, they were right up there, they were speaking clearly, they were explaining the port, so that was awesome.
It really made me consider I might actually be good at this, and I might actually follow a future and a career with that, because it really is it's a really unique experience, wanting and having to build something.
Communication skills are hard for many of our students, especially because about 3/4 of them are English language learners to one degree or another. It isn't something they've practiced. Many of them are not comfortable with it, but I thought they were very comfortable speaking today. So that tells me that they feel good about the experience in the S.T.E.A.M class, and they really genuinely wanted to share it.